The King of Kings.
Welcome to the Extreme Show Season 4 Reloaded. I'm back, I'm your host AL-Mazeedi, and the Extreme Show Reloaded Season 4 is on Fridays weekly, and it will never ever again have vacation or anything. It's back, it's reloading time. So before I get it on, and well, there have been lots of things happened during my absence. And wow, we gotta catch up in a segment I created for the new Reloaded season, or the new Reloaded era for the show. It's called Extremely Reloading. So let's check out what we got for the Extremely Reloading. First off, since this is a type of the late night talk shows that the states have created, I believe, I got a lot of competitions like Jimmy Fallon's or Larry King or whatever his name is. But now, one of the competitors are now cancelled. That's right, George Lopez's Lopez Tonight is now cancelled by TBS. It will not be renewed, and I believe tonight is the final episode of the entire entertaining show. And I loved it, but when it got cancelled, Latinos loved it. I do not know why, because he's very sarcastic about his people or something like that, and he just keeps trash talking the Americans, and he's really racist in his jokes, but I believe his heart is clean. I'd like to see his future and what's next for the big guy, because he's a really great comedian. Let's not screw things up. Next I got the Teens Choice Awards, which happened last Sunday. Like JB and Selena got like 10 awards between them. I do not know how many awards, but Selena got a lot with her band and stuff, with the Wizards, of course. But the host sucked. Like the host, I do not remember her name. It's from The Big Bang Theory. She didn't rule like usually the Teen Choice Awards. The host was charismatic, epic, just like me, and well, I didn't love it. I do not know why. I do not care. Let's just move on. I did notice something, that it was the biggest Teen Choice Awards ever, because it reached 100 million votes on teenchoiceawards.com, I believe. Well, that's it for Teen Choice Awards. Number 3 on my list, I got a Saudi Arabian divorcing his wife for the wrong sambusa stuffing. You know that sambusa, the rectangular? Is that a rectangular or whatever? But what is a rectangular? Well, either way, he divorced her for that. Can you believe that? Did you get that news in your area? I just like to spread things around on this reloading, since we are reloading and recapturing what went down this past week. Anyways, from Tunisia to Egypt to London, the revolution keeps going, and now in London a riot started a few weeks ago, or a few days ago, excuse me, but I did not get the clear story. But still, only the Arabian countries that actually started a revolution against their own government and president. In London, they did not attack their queen. They're just like a few fights with the police, I believe, and they actually called them idiots for starting those riots. So it's not a true revolution, and my theory still sticks that only the Arabian countries are having these troubles with their governments and authorities. So I believe the end of the world is coming, so stay tuned. Yeah. At last but not least, I got, well, Kuwait decided to reopen the case of forced recruitment. Come on, this is the 21st century. Forced recruitment? Are you kidding me? AL-Mazeedi entering the forces, joining the forces, what for? A war? I'm not a war guy. I got my pipe bomb, as CM Punk likes to call it, but that's all. I don't take things into my own matter. I don't use my hands or fists or whatever you use in a war, because in a war there is no good or evil. In a war there is only blood and more blood, because it is like Jesus. Yeah, like it has no meaning. Everyone's gonna die, because when I go in a war, I'm gonna fight that guy. But what is the reason? Because he's attacking my country? But he was forced to attack my own country. So he got nothing against me, but he was forced, just like how I'm forced to attack him. So whoever is behind that, reopening that case, even if there might be rumors behind this, reopening the recruitment case, I just got 2 words for ya.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya!
When we launched the iPhone 4 years ago, we completely revolutionized the phone. With the iPad, we invented a whole new category. The foundation of what made these products so successful is iOS. And with iOS 5, we've taken an operating system that was already years ahead, and we've added over 200 new features to it that move it even further ahead.
We're constantly challenging ourselves to figure out how can we make the user experience even easier, even more intuitive, while at the same time adding more powerful functionality. And that's exactly what we've done with iOS 5. These days, we're all getting a lot of notifications. So we created a brand new way to handle them. When a notification comes in, it's now a subtle animation right at the top of the screen. But anywhere you are, you can just swipe down from the top of the screen and it'll reveal the notification center. And from within there, you can see all of your missed calls, your text messages, and if you tap on it, it'll take you directly to that application. And then on top of that, we made the experience in the lock screen even better. You're now able to see all of your messages. And with a simple swipe, you can jump right into the app that sent the notification. Magazine and newspaper publishers and their readers have fallen in love with the iPad, and so we're adding Newsstand. Your subscriptions will be in one place and updated automatically, so you always have the latest issue. And we've integrated the newspaper and magazine store right into Newsstand. We also have a great new reminders app that helps you manage tasks and keep on top of all the things you have to do. It syncs with iCal and Outlook across all of your iOS devices. And it even includes location-based reminders, so it can remind you to do something when you arrive at a destination or when you leave somewhere. With iOS 5, we've integrated Twitter right into the OS. You'll only need to sign in once for all of your Twitter-enabled apps. And you can tweet directly from Photos, Safari, YouTube, and Maps. And with a tap of a button, you can optionally add your location. When the original iPhone shipped, it revolutionized mobile web browsing. Safari was the first full-featured web browser that people could take with them. And now it's even faster and more impressive. Reader is phenomenal. Reader gets all the clutter out of the way. It sets the font size right, and you just read through scrolling through the story. Reading List lets you save articles to read later on, and it automatically shows up on all your iOS devices. And with tab browsing, it's easy to quickly flip between multiple web pages. There's an old saying that the best camera is the one you have with you. With iOS 5, you have immediate access to the camera right from the lock screen, and you can use the volume button to snap your photo. We also added photo editing, so you can use one-tap enhance, red-eye reduction, and cropping right on the device. There are some really cool new features in Mail, like rich text editing. And there's even a new system-wide split keyboard to make it even easier to type. With AirPlay mirroring, you can share everything you do on your iPad 2 right up on your big widescreen TV. You can play video games, look at photos, videos, and surf the web, and all of it is shared with everyone around you watching the television. It responds to portrait and landscape rotations, to every pinch swipe and zoom, and best of all, you don't need a cable. You're free to move. iOS is the world's most popular gaming platform, and we're making Game Center even better. You can now add photos to your profile. We've made it easier to find new gaming friends, and you can even purchase new games right from within the Game Center app. Texting has become the way a lot of people stay in touch. Now, iMessage provides an easy way to send text messages, photos, and videos between iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch users. With iOS 5, you no longer have to plug into your computer to back up and sync to iTunes. All you have to do is plug into power within range of your Mac or PC. Wi-Fi Sync automatically backs up and syncs your iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch to your iTunes library. It's that simple. It's now possible to buy an iPad, an iPhone, or iPod Touch and never own a computer. You can set up your device right out of the box without ever connecting to a Mac or a PC. We looked in every corner of the OS and asked ourselves, how can we make this better? And so this is the widest, most extensive software update ever for iOS. There is a feature for everyone out there.
Welcome back to the Extreme Show Reloaded, and now welcome back to the Friday Night Movie Hunt. Apparently I missed a few weeks. I did promise to put the trailers on the YouTube channel without making any show because of what happened, but either way, it is back, and as I said earlier on, I will be fully time back each and every Friday entertaining you. And now with the Friday Night Movie Hunt, and before I get on, I'm holding an iPhone, but remember when I used to have the iPad, the first generation iPad? Like last year, I believe I was the first host on any show to use the tablet instead of papers or whatever to read his script. But I got shocked. Like lately, I recently in Kuwait, in the States, and everywhere I'm seeing the iPad 2 used instead of those papers or those TVs that they use for the scrolling scripts. And like, I was shocked. This is a lawsuit if I own that movement or something. But like, I was shocked. But anyways, let's focus here. The Friday Night Movie Hunt of August 12th tonight. And those movies are releasing nationwide, hopefully. And now the first movie, it's called 30 Minutes or Less, starring Jesse Eisenberg, Danny McBride, Nick Swardson, and Aziz Ansari, my personal favorite. So, like, it is a comedy, I believe, since Aziz is in it. Coming up next is Final Destination 5 in 3D, right? Yeah, it's in 3D. It's starring Nicholas D'Agosto. Do you know him? Emma Bell, Arlen Escarpeta. Do you know him? I don't. And Miles Fisher. Wow. Miles Fisher. Is that Cena's name in 12 Rounds or his enemy? I do not know. I do not care. I do not want to open that again. And at last but not least, and finally, the Glee 3D movie. Wait. Previously on my shows, I stated that I hated the Extreme Show. I meant, oh, I hated the Extreme Show. That's a big one. I hated Glee, but then did I state that I loved it again in a few cameos, I believe, on the Extreme Quick shows? Well, I do. I love the story because I gave it a chance, just like how millions of people not giving this show a chance. And I loved it. And now the cast of Glee is doing a documentary in 3D, duplicating Hannah Montana and Justin Bieber. But either way, it is starring, of course, your favorite Glee members, Diana Agron, Corey Monteith, Chris Koffler, and the list goes on and on and on because they're all at the same stardom. And there's one important one, yeah. Leah Michelle, yeah, right? Michelle or Michelle, I do not know their names, do not attack me. And that's it, the 3 movies that are releasing tonight on cinemas nationwide, hopefully. Welcome back, and finally Jack AL-Mazeedi returns to talk about World Wrestling Entertainment. Sorry TNA, you've just been so boring lately, especially when CM Punk dropped the bombshell with the pipe bomb. Did you hear the knock? Anyways, first off, I got for SmackDown, Christian Orton, the World Heavyweight Championship. So boring. Are you kidding me? These two define borism. Is borism a word? Anyways, I'm gonna start my own dictionary, like the Extreme Dictionary for ridiculous random words. Really. But either way, maybe borism is a new word, or it is a word. I do not know. I have never heard it, but anyways. So Christian Orton World Heavyweight Championship. Why? Million, like, how many times have we seen it, the WWE Universe? Like, we've seen it time after time, and at first, Christian was like, yeah, he got the world title, we were so happy. Theater Long screws him up with a match with Orton, so Orton takes it over, and then Christian turns to heel and becomes this weak character. He was a strong character, and now he's he's afraid of Randy Orton. Are you kidding me? I do believe that Orton is a strong competitor, but he's nothing compared to Christian. Maybe, but he can go toe-to-toe with him, and I believe he can defeat him by himself. But now, Triple H, the new CEO, takes his power on SmackDown and announces at SummerSlam it is a no-holds-barred. But is it actually favoring, or whatever the word is it actually favoring, or is it favoring? But either way, is it helping Orton or Christian? That is the question on SummerSlam this Sunday, live on pay-per-view. We'll find out who will become the next World Heavyweight Champion, and I truly support Christian, whether he is a heel, I do not care, because I loved his character when he won the world title earlier this year at Capital Punishment, I believe, or Extreme Rules. No, Extreme Rules. But either way, next on, and still on SmackDown, is Mark Henry. The world's strongest man is now on fire. First off, he gets into a battle with Big Show because he, waked him up and made him see the light. I'm just screwing things up. This is my first time. It's been 2 months or 3, I do not know. But either way, Mark Henry, he just put, who? Yeah, Big Show on the sidelines, Kane, apparently Vladimir Kozlov, I believe, and the list goes on and on with a few indie wrestlers. Do they call them indie or FCW's wrestlers? But either way, Mark Henry is on a roll, but now the Luck of the Irish comes on to challenge Mark Henry into a contest at SummerSlam again. Sheamus, Mark Henry, gonna be the battle of the behemoths, as they like to call it, and now I cannot cheer to or for Sheamus. I cannot cheer Mark Henry, so I'm just gonna watch the pay-per-view and perhaps listen to music when they put that match on or whatever. Next on is Goodbye Vince. It happened several weeks ago, but we did not discuss it because of, well, don't let me remind you. But either way, Triple H gets in, he tells him, you have been relieved of your duties. God, that was an epic moment in the WWE. And now McMahon just gonna stay in the backstage area. And now the new COO, Chief Operating Officer of the WWE daily basis, or whatever they like to call it, Triple H is now large and in charge. But of course, it's just a storyline. But either way, now Triple H likes to take control of everything, and he brought CM Punk back. He just, like when Cena defeated Rey Mysterio for the WWE title, CM Punk just came in, signed that contract, and just hit the music, Cult of Personality. I just love the song. It just keeps replaying in my mind. And speaking of CM Punk, I do not hate him right now or love him, because I loved him when he first came out, not in ROH or in TNA. I loved him when he came into ECW because he redefined Extreme in that Extreme Elimination Chamber match. I loved his style. I loved his charisma. He got potential, but the WWE did not see him at that time, but saw it right now when they gave him the huge shoot a few weeks ago and pipe bomb. I did it 3 times. I don't know why, but anyways, I loved his new character. I love the new era with him being shooting, like making it real wrestling. But Cena got his number. When was the last time we saw Cena losing to any competitor fair and square? You're saying that CM Punk did defeat John Cena in Chicago and left the WWE at that time? Well, didn't John Leonidas or whatever his name cause that reason? Because in my point of view, he was going to ring the bell. Cena got out, punched him in the face, got distracted, and CM Punk just caught him off guard. He just returned to the ring and boom, go to sleep, 1, 2, 3. He just robbed the WWE. That's my point of view, and no one seemed to care about that. John Leonidas is the man behind the reason of CM Punk winning this championship belt, or title as he likes to call it. But either way, now, what else I got? Yeah. Now, the Punk and Cena theory, they're fighting each other. They still bring up Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but at the end, I'd like to say what will happen at WrestleMania, The Rock versus John Cena. Will we see CM Punk versus Cena this SummerSlam? This Sunday I meant. Well, I said it twice, but either way, when Cena faces Punk, and we see that match, it will be an epic match. And you know SummerSlam is only based on a one true wrestling match from all the matches. It is the biggest part of the summer. They will have CeeLo Green or Brown, do not know what's the last name, but either way. So CM Punk, Cena, will it be a bigger match than The Rock versus Cena? Because I just love CM Punk facing Cena. They got great techniques, great charisma together in that ring, and guess what? Triple H decided to put himself into that ring as a special guest referee. So will he take Cena's side or CM Punk's side, or will he just call it right down the middle? But I believe the WWE is into the era of shocking and unpredictable, and I believe they would like to see Triple H picking CM Punk over John Cena and just let him pin him faster, or just pedigrees Cena, or just pedigrees both of them and takes the belt and goes home. I do not know. So I just loved CM Punk's pipe bomb gimmick, and I cannot wait to SummerSlam. And speaking of SummerSlam, I'm gonna make the preview on time and the review after SummerSlam and before Monday Night Raw airs on USA Network. And of course, the Extreme Show is on Fridays. And well, I got one more thing to tell you. Since we are in Ramadan, I would like to wish all my Muslims, or my brother Muslims and sister Muslims, I do not know how they address that, but either way, I'm gonna wish happy Ramadan to everyone. I know this is the 11th TV Ramadan, and like the 11th day. And well, on the 15th TV Ramadan, I'm gonna make an episode on YouTube called, I do not know what I'm gonna call it, but it is about the Ramadan epic TV shows review. We got a huge amount of series, and I'm gonna break it down to the best shows on this year's Ramadan series season. And well, that's all for the Extreme Show. Follow me on Twitter. Use the @AL-Mazeedi to search me or whatever. Just follow me on Twitter to check out the latest news and updates about the show. And like me on Facebook on the Extreme King of Kings Films official page on Facebook, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Comment, rate the videos, like do not put this one and put this one, hopefully, and watch more. Spread the show, spread the word, and spread the show. And what the F, just spread the love. And AL-Mazeedi is back full time, and I love doing this show, and I'm not giving up. And remember, never say never. Peace out, and I'll be seeing you next Friday. No, not next Friday. That was the big finish, but no, not next Friday. See, I screw things up. It's my first time. I believe this is like my first time over again, or this is my second first time, right? I just keep talking the time. I'm wasting your time. Just close the video. Yeah, just close it. Yeah, right now. No? Okay. So thanks for watching. I'll be seeing you this Sunday on the Extreme Pay-Per-View preview of WWE SummerSlam.